Hello.
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 Let's go!
Wake up in the morning feeling shy and uneasy. I gotta go to school. I don't think I can make it, don't think I can take it. I'm wondering what I'm gonna do. But when I look around I see that someone is smiling right at me. Wait, that someone's talking to me. Hey, I've got a new friend.
Hi, and welcome to the High Fives Punk Rock Podcast. I'm your host, Mike, and with me is my co-host, Justin, and a very special guest, Mr. Nate the Great. Hello, Nate.
Mister.
Well, it says Nate the Great. I
Great?
gave you a Mister.
It's so official.
Nate the Great is official.
Yeah, we can give ourselves our own names. I was gonna choose Nighthawk, but it's already taken.
And cookies available, I think.
Justin, how are you?
I'm doing great, Mike. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing just fine. You're not sick this time.
Nope.
This is amazing.
I've been well.
You got me sick in Montreal, I think, maybe.
That was all that open mouth kissing we did.
Well, yeah, of course.
You didn't even share a room.
That's what you think. That brand wasn't going to eat itself.
Wow. So many inside jokes to start off with.
Yeah. Nobody knows what we're talking about. Mike, why don't you... We left the last episode speculating where we were going to go for our dude trip. Why don't you fill us all in?
So yes, we did, luckily enough, end up in Montreal and go to Pouzza Fest, which was awesome. And both Justin and Nate were there. And that was actually my note here. We should talk about Pouzza Fest. It was great. We got to meet Christine and Mike from Little Low and Unsimilar, and longtime listener and friend of the podcast, Serena, who was there from Italy. We got to see a bunch of great bands. Did you guys have a good time in Pouzza?
Had a great time. I thought it was just a really great festival. I love that the main stage is free for everyone to just check out. I think that's such an awesome thing to do.
Yeah, it definitely gave it a different vibe for the accessibility, like, to see families there and just kind of people that weren't necessarily into punk rock music that just kind of came down because it was more of a city festival, at least at that part of the festival.
I mean, I obviously haven't been to that many festivals because that would require going out and stuff like that. But I thought it was phenomenal. It was well organized. I don't think I've ever been to a festival where all the bands played, were on time, and didn't go over, sounded good. I think the sound in almost all the venues and every show was like really good. Like you said, it was accessible. It was easy to get around for the most part to the venues, and I thought it was just a well-oiled machine, and the lineup was spectacular. And yeah, I had a lot of fun. I don't know how it compares to other festivals like that. You guys have both been to Fest in Gainesville, and I mean, Riot Fest is a different kind of animal, and I think some of the other it was kind of Sled Island-y, I would guess, but I thought it was a lot more organized than Sled.
I was going to say it never felt crowded. There were always crowds. There was lots of people there to see bands. Lots of people really into the bands that were playing, whether it was like a smaller show or the bigger ones. But it never felt like we never had to wait to get into any of the shows. But they were like nicely full.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really prefer like the venue to venue kind of festival too, where, you don't feel like you're just kind of at one space and just walking from stage to stage. I much prefer like going to a different venue. It's kind of a different vibe. There's different people there. It's more of like, I don't know. It feels like a different festival for those reasons.
Yeah, it was really cool. I really like that. And yeah, the venues were all kind of cool too. Like one was a strip club, which is a weird thing. I don't think I've ever been to a venue that was a strip club before.
Any venue's a strip club if you're
you've been to lots
willing to
of
put
strip
it out there.
clubs, Mike.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to go with.
Case closed.
Hamada.
So I'll start with Nate. Nate, what was your 2 favorite bands you saw there?
Wow, 2 favorites.
Or 3. Or 4. Or
how
5.
about all of them? How about my top 100 bands that were at Pouzza Fest? I really liked the Sainte Catherines. I knew they were playing Decadence in full, but I didn't. I meant to listen to it before we went, and I didn't. And as soon as they kicked into the first song, I was like, oh, fuck, I remember this song. And then it was just song after song after song. And I was like instantly transported to a time where I or we or whoever was listening to this all the time. Like it was on a lot. And man, did they ever show up. Like they were on fire. They sounded so good. The crowd was into it. It was a big celebration of that album. And a band that probably doesn't play a lot of shows. I don't know. I don't know if they play a lot of shows. They just put out a new single, which was surprising, but that was a lot of fun. I also really liked the Planet Smashers, also at that main stage. I think mostly because we were all together, and that band, for whatever reason, has like transcended so many bands and genres and music for our group of friends. Like we all just like bought into that band for whatever reason, and it was just a lot of fun seeing them all together. Like it definitely felt like we were kids again, and that band really, created that feeling and that vibe. And then kind of the standout surprise for me, I think, was World's Scariest Police Chases, which I think was the first band we saw. And it was just like small venue, and they showed up too. They were just like, it was aggressive, it was fast, it was in your face, and just it really set the tone for the whole festival.
Great. Justin?
Well, I'm going to keep it to 2 because that was what the instructions were.
I don't know. You're a co-host, Justin. You can do what you
want to do.
I
get to do whatever I want.
No, exact opposite. Justin can do whatever he wants. You fucking listen.
This isn't how it was when I used to host the show.
No, it's not.
Well, you don't anymore, so. I really liked. There were some phenomenal performances. I'll touch on them actually as we go further into the episode. But 2 bands that stuck out for me, Elway, I think really surprised me. Like they sounded really good. Every album, like I forgot how many great songs they have, and I've gone back and listened to everything that they've put out since seeing them at Pouzza, and yeah, every album has like a number of really, really good songs, and it feels like that's what they put together in their set, and like I loved every minute of watching them. Yeah, they were great, and Make War were awesome on the main stage. Like for 3 dudes, there was so much like completeness to their sound. Yeah, sounded great, and again, like they've put out some of the best songs. Like Oh Brother in particular is like maybe one of the best songs in the last 10 years that anyone's put out. So seeing that live, I think, was really awesome.
Awesome. Yep. I agree. I honestly, like, there was not a band that let me down that we saw. That's actually really cool too, because usually you go to a festival and you're like, there's a few that you're kind of like excited to see and were let down. Not one band let me down that I saw. So great fest. 100% would do it again if possible. And yeah, on that note, let's move on. Usually we talk about what's going on, but since we have a guest here, we'll just move to what we've been listening to. And Nathan, since you're the guest, you can go first.
I like to disclose that prior to hitting the record button, Mike told me to keep it to 1 or 2. I could maybe do 4, but like keep it tight, like a quick 4, real quick. So we're just gonna make it real quick.
Okay, real quick, Nate, thanks for your time. What I've been listening to.
1 minute? You're gonna give me 1 fucking minute?
You know when in comedy shows when they have that red lights flashing?
Flashing, is that Nate. What that is? I'm just gonna say them. 4 standouts that I've been listening to. Mrs. Magician, their new album Spiritual Hangover. The Pietasters just put out a new record like last week called Turbo. That was unexpected. And very enjoyable. Do you think
it's about doing turbo time?
I don't know. I mean, you can't talk about turbo time.
I can't talk about turbo time.
No. And you definitely can't run.
No.
But yeah, worth a listen. Making Friends, the EP Lifeboat, which is, I think, going to be a full length, Mike. I don't think it's an EP. I don't think it's
going to be one of those
sanctioned.
things?
It's going to be one of those things because I saw somebody post, pre-order the album, and I'm like, it says it's an EP. Stop it.
This drives me insane.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Making Friends, if you're listening, one or the other, EP or album, singles or album, not we're doing singles and EPs and albums, and you know what? Why don't we do a best of at the same time? We'll lump them all. Hey, a box set. Yeah, let's do that too. But anyways, the EP that is prior to the full length that I think is coming out, very enjoyable. I'm actually super stoked there's going to be more songs. So with all my belly aching, that's a word that doesn't get said enough. Belly aching.
It's what I describe
It's a
you.
fun word.
You
A belly
like to
acher?
belly ache. You do like to belly ache.
Bit of a belly acher. And then the last one is Bad Neighbor, Burns from the X-Rays. I'm not going to talk anything about that one or any of the others. That's it. Those are the 4 things I've been listening to.
If Nate says they're good, they're worth checking out.
Wow.
No matter what I say. Justin, let's listen to what you got to say, and you go on for as long as you want.
Yeah,
You just
okay.
You go 10,
Here,
20
let me
minutes.
pull up all my notes here. Couple things I've been listening to. New Western Addiction came out a handful of weeks ago on Fat Records. If you like Western Addiction, I think you'll like this album because it sounds like all of their other albums, which is, I mean, it's certainly not a bad thing. I think Western Addiction are great. You put on any song from any album, and I'll definitely give it a listen. I think they've just got a great sound to them.
For sure, for sure.
Came out about a month ago on Pure Noise. The album is Barely Here from Koyo, who I've sort of listened to a little bit. They're also a band that has put out almost endless singles and EPs, and only one prior full length as far as I can tell. I really like this one. The recording is like super crisp on it, just really smart pop punk with Midwest emo nods, and a little bit of screamy on this album. I think there's a couple guest vocal appearances, but I really liked it. I've given it a number of listens to, and it's hitting a sweet spot for me.
Ooh, the sweet spot.
That was 2. And the third one is kind of an interesting pick. They also put out an album on Pure Noise, and the band is Super Sometimes. Have you heard of
know
Super
that
Sometimes?
band at all.
I didn't really know of them either. I came across this record. It's called Show the World What's Underneath. They're like a couple of like or I shouldn't say a couple. There's 3 or maybe 4 guys in the band they look like they're in high school. Or maybe just finished high school, so super young kids with like an incredibly polished pop punk sound that reminds me of like the Ataris and Rufio and Blink-182 and Yellowcard. So I listened to a bunch of their stuff, and then I started getting all the stuff on Instagram from them, and they like, as far as I can tell, like they have like music videos and like weird stuff shot for a bunch of their songs, and they are like super young kids that look like they board their dad's punk rock t-shirts and put a band together. But they sound great. Like it's really, really well done pop punk. So if you're a fan of any of those bands, I would definitely give them a listen.
Nice. Good job, Justin.
I didn't get a good job.
You kind of half-assed it.
Half-assed.
Yeah, you totally rushed through it all.
You didn't even say anything
There's no
about the album.
insights. You didn't talk about the bands.
I mean, I
Nope.
was told prior to recording tonight that we weren't even going to do this part. I was set up to fail.
And fail you did.
I love having you on this podcast now. It's great. The power dynamic shifted so much.
Yeah, if only it could do that in real life.
No, the real life power dynamic has not shifted. I am at the bottom of the... But in this podcast, I'm the king. And Justin's the king. And you're not. You're just the great.
I believe that's how they referred to kings.
The ones they wanted to kill. Or behead.
Still kings.
Yeah,
Sure.
make Nate great again.
Oh, wow.
It's fine, Mike. Why don't you tell us what you've been listening to?
All right, you guys go take a nap. I'll talk. First one, the Malinowski album, Under a Landslide of Stars. This is Jay Malinowski's solo project. He's better known as a member of Bedouin Soundclash. He's done a number of different solo adjacent projects. This one's a little slower paced, but it's a great summer nights album. Like one of those albums you could listen to on a patio at night or when you're sitting around with a campfire. Not that I would listen by a campfire, but you got the gist.
What campfires are you going to?
None.
You don't even know what a campfire feels like.
I have an idea.
It's not what you think, Mike.
It's a lot hotter.
It's different.
Okay. If you like some of the more laid-back Bedouin songs, this one's for you. Also, the song Shipwrecks, which features Amy from the Interrupters, is so great, and it constantly gets stuck in my head. Next one is, and I'm probably going to say this name wrong, Vargouille and their album Oathbreaker. They're a band from Edmonton.
I think that sounded right.
You think it's right?
Yeah, I think so. Good job, Mike. Your English is really coming along.
I think that's French.
But he said it English.
In English.
Yeah.
How you say in English? Vargouille?
Justin and me actually saw these guys open for Good Riddance last week. I went in not knowing anything about them. And to be honest, I kind of thought they weren't going to be my thing. But I walked away super interested in having to hear a little bit more, so I checked their albums out. They're a hardcore band that mixes in fantasy, Dungeons and Dragons with political and anti-fascist lyrical content. If you're into hardcore punk, I'd recommend checking them out. And they put on a great live show. I don't know if Justin felt the same when you saw them, but I was pretty impressed with them.
Yeah, they work great live, and I think it's hard for the sound that they have, like sort of like that hardcore thing, to it can sound a lot of the times like a wall of noise, or it can be hard to like discern the actual song. But I don't think this was the case with them, and yeah, I actually quite like the show.
Yeah, it was good. And Nate, you were mentioning to me before that this is the band that got into an altercation with a Nazi in the crowd. Is that what it was?
I'm pretty sure that there was like some viral clip that went like, I don't know, maybe 6 months to a year ago. And there was some skinhead that showed up to a show and the singer got off the stage and kicked the crap out of him.
I don't normally condone violence, but punching Nazis just doesn't seem like it's a bad thing.
Yeah. I mean, this band looks tough as hell too. Like the masks on the face really ups the ante of the toughness.
Yeah. Anyway, they have a couple albums. They were both pretty good and worth checking out. Next is a band called Heisenbeards and their album Memories. This is a 2014 release, but I came across this band after getting home from Pooza and seeing what bands I might have missed. I ended up stumbling on the release. It really hit the spot. It's very org-core melodic punk with gruff vocals. I'm not even sure if they're planning on releasing anything else, but they played the show. 2014 is a long time to not have a release, so who knows? And the name's kind of fun. Play on a Breaking Bad thing. Last one is a bit of a throwback, but when I was working on my list for this episode, this came up, and I kind of went back and kept listening to the album. The band is Oswald Park, and the album is A Prescription Year. Oswald Park is the solo project of Jordy Bell, who was the drummer of Creeps and Crusades, which are both great bands. They're from Ottawa, and Prescription Year is kind of a slower album with some indie rock and emo elements. If you've never checked them out, I would suggest doing it.
Did you say it's Creeps and Crusades? That's two different bands?
Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the Creeps before.
The Creeps,
And
yeah.
Crusades, yeah.
And Crusades. They're two very different bands.
But Creeps and Crusades sounded like it could be a band too.
Like Snakes and Ladders. It's
Yes,
two different
exactly.
games.
Yeah, one of my favorite games is Creeps and Crusades, so that's where I was making that connection. Just, trying to clarify.
No, thank you, Nate.
Yeah.
I don't want to mislead people.
No, definitely don't want to do that.
Do it. He's in tune. Okay, good day. Welcome to the Great White North. I'm Bob McKenzie. This is my brother Doug.
How's it going,
Okay, our topic today is the Great White North because we got like lots of mail, about it,
Yeah.
Okay, so this.
By the way, this topic was my idea, eh?
Yeah. What? Lying. Okay, this is the Great White North. Okay, on the map. Now here is a different color because it's like USA. And up there, same color as Alaska, because that's like Hawaii. Okay, so the whole thing is the Great White North, and the blue, like the ocean, right, because water's blue.
He's a genius, eh?
It's like, these are like the Great Lakes, and there's 3 of them. And this
Everyone
is
knows this.
Hudson's Bay, where you get like those striped coats.
Yeah.
Okay, now these are all the provinces.
And this
G,
is like a pimple right here.
that's
This is-
Florida. Take off. It's Florida. I
Reminds
remember
me
this.
of pimples.
This is Mexico. Okay,
If you
these are the
You
provinces.
squeeze it, then see what happens.
Take off. These are the provinces. O and R. And like, there's
Oh,
no
yeah.
lines here. Like, you know, on a
The
map,
province
there's
of
lines.
R. If
There's
you
no
all-
lines in the real country.
Like, you all remember
you're-
your geography.
Take
You'll
off.
remember the province of R.
If you're in an airplane, right, and you can't see the lines between the provinces, you see highways, right? Little cars, that's that. Okay, so on the map, there's not the lines, right? But those are the provinces.
So now you know.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
can go
what
tell
did-
your teachers to take off because you've been taught by a genius.
What did
eh?
I forget? I forgot,
You forgot the beginning, the middle, and the end.
oh, geez.
That's okay.
Take a look. The Maritimes is blocked by our tree. Get the tree away so everyone can see the Maritimes.
There they are.
Zoom in on the Maritimes.
Zoom in.
Yeah. Good day, everyone in the Maritimes. How's your fish? They have fish out there as a natural resource. Okay, zoom out. Zoom out now. Okay. Oh, so that's our topic for today, the Great White North. So, good day.
What an education, eh?
Say good day.
Good day. I didn't like that topic.
Yeah, well, it's about time that we...
It about time.
Take off.
It about time.
So the topic this month is kind of a loaded topic, and it's one I picked. The topic is Canadian bands. Canada's a giant country, so I'm not even sure where you would start with picking bands. The reason I wanted to do this topic might need a little bit of background. I know nationalism has its ugly qualities, and by no means are we looking to glorify that. But there's sort of been an existential threat to the Canadian identity and to Canada, which kind of made me want to do this episode. And if you aren't Canadian, you might not know what's going on here right now. Specifically in the province we all hail from, it's kind of been hijacked by some extremist conservative ideas that have been festering for decades. And now a fringe but loud group with a lot of political influence has been pushing for Alberta independence from Canada. It's basically the same people that stole our flag and made it part of the convoy and COVID restriction crowd have moved to a pro-Alberta, anti-Canada stance. So it's laced with Christian right values, racism, and of course, anti-immigration. So basically all the shitty things that you don't want promoted. And now we're going to have to vote on if we want to be part of this country, but not even really. We're really voting if we should have a vote to be part of this country, which is even stupider. So it's sort of a complicated thing, but that's one little layer. And then there's coupled with the threats from America saying that we shouldn't exist as a country and should become the 51st state. So there's been a lot of attacks on what it means to be Canadian, and it kind of made me want to highlight some of the good things about this country. And I thought there's no better way than to focus on some CanCon. And I know we like to make fun of CanCon as an idea, but it is kind of a great thing to promote arts and culture in our country. And I don't know if it's as relevant anymore. I think prior to the last decade, it was pretty relevant because you had like classic CanCon, like you got the Joni Mitchells, the Leonard Cohens, the Neil Youngs, Guess Who. In the 70s and 80s, CanCon, you had the Stampeders, Loverboy, April Wine, Rush, BTO, Corey Hart, Celine Dion, Glass Tiger, Toronto, Chilliwack, which I think is hilarious that Americans, I've heard two American radio DJs refer to Chilliwack as Chilliwack, which I think is hilarious.
Chili is whack.
Chilliwack. Well, Chilliwack's kind of whack. It's a shitty place if you've ever been there.
Maybe that's why she's been gone so long.
Wow. That was so good, Nate. This is what we've been missing.
All right, that's it. I'm out of here.
And then there's a specific Canadian alt sound that came about in the 90s where you got like the Tragically Hip, Sloan, Crash Test Dummies, Wide Mouth Mason, Our Lady Peace, that kind of stuff. This like very alternative Canadian sound that I don't know really crossed over to the United States. Like I know we've discussed a little bit, but I feel like those were very big Canadian bands in Canada and very Canadian, but not, I don't think they had a worldwide appeal.
I feel like the Crash Test Dummies probably had a worldwide appeal.
Like they had that song or whatever, right?
Well, I feel like
The one
that
from
album,
Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think it crossed over, or
I
you
think
think we
it
just
did.
we were because of CanCon, this was so in our face, these bands
I think
in the 90s.
especially in the 90s, if you had a song on a movie, like that was a big deal. And I think people would tend to check those bands out.
Okay. That's fair.
I think.
I don't really know. We're not American. I mean, in Canada, they were very big bands. Like
Yeah.
you would think they
on
were
the radio all the
Yes.
time.
And then nowadays, like where I was saying is like, I don't know if CanCon is as important because we've really like crossed over into the American pop culture. You got Drake, you got Bieber, your favorite guy, or Nate,
Justin.
maybe Justin's favorite guy. That
I
girl
mean, they
that's
share the
dating-
same
It
name.
can be both of us. I was named after him.
Even though you were born before him.
That's the sphere of influence that he has. Bend shapes and time.
You have like, I can't think of her name, but the girl that's dating Jack Hughes, the one that's from Calgary. I can't think of her name.
No idea.
She's a pop star. Doesn't matter. Nickelback. You got
Is that
Avril
Carly Rae?
Lavigne. You do have Carly Rae Jepsen too. I didn't even think about her. Nelly Furtado, and then you even had like the bigger alternative bands like Arcade Fire and Broken Social Scene and those sort of things crossing over Feist into the American lexicon. So I don't know if CanCon has become as important, but I think maybe you do sort of need it now with this new sort of attack on our culture. Maybe we do need to push our music to Canadians. And I mean, something I didn't even think about touching on until right now is like you also have the whole thing with Quebec. I think Quebec has its own version of CanCon, but for Quebec, for Francophone songs. I don't know if you guys know.
That's like a room within a room.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just Mitsu and Grimmskunk.
And Simple Plan. Anyway, but yeah, that's basically why I wanted to touch on this topic. I don't know if you guys have anything to say about that stuff before we get into the music and whatnot.
I think you said it all real well. I mean, I think nationalism is not a great term, but like I definitely feel much more of like a proud Canadian now more than ever. You know, like I've always been I've always felt privileged to be Canadian, but I think now more than ever I feel like really proud to be Canadian too.
That's a great way to say it, Nate.
Yeah, I would
thanks.
agree so too. As a child of immigrants, my parents always stressed how lucky we were to be in Canada. So they were always very like you should be proud you're Canadian. And one of the things that is pretty amazing about being Canadian is like as a Croatian kid, I was allowed to be Croatian and Canadian, where I think other countries were like want you to assimilate. Specifically, one country wants you to assimilate. I don't know about you guys. I don't know if you guys have any sort of experience with that too. Like, just your parents were immigrants too.
Yeah, but like, like I was much like you. I was sort of ingrained in me like how great it is to be, or how lucky we are to be born and raised in this country. What an incredible country it is. Like to, one of the things my dad's always said is like anyone should have if you have the opportunity to travel across Canada, you should take it. And there's so many great places to see and check out, and great Canadian artists and great Canadian art, and just like really embrace that Canadian identity and be not just grateful, but Nate, like we said, to be proud of being from this country.
Yeah, for sure. I think I like that you touched on, like, I think that's something that also gets lost by a lot of people that aren't Canadian or don't know much about Canada, is the vastness of Canada. Mm-hmm. Like, Canada's huge, and there's so much in between from the West Coast to the East Coast. There's so much and so many different cultures and so many things that unite us as Canadians that I think that's maybe why something like CanCon is important.
Yeah, I mean, the literal, like, the space between us, like, just in your everyday life is so big, and you don't really notice it till you travel to other parts of the world where everything gets a lot tighter really quickly. And it's just such a great part of, one of the things that I love so much is just that vastness, right? And how that translates really into your everyday life in a lot of ways too. If you travel outside the borders, you can definitely start to feel just there's a lot more people around all the time.
And people really are the worst part.
I'm glad you said it.
Yeah.
Well, in Alberta, some of the people are the worst part, definitely. But that's a whole other thing. I'll start with Nate.
Is this like
Nate?
A lightning round?
Yeah, it's a lightning round.
Oh, okay, cool. Are we
haven't done
like
this
competing?
No, it's not
There's
questions.
no competition. Okay,
No, it's no competition.
What's the prize?
Justin's going to win anyways.
Oh.
What's something uniquely Canadian that you love?
Gee, that's a hard question.
It's just quick. You don't have to...
Quick.
Yeah, just don't get it wrong.
Like, is it Club Super Sex? Do you love that there's a place called Club Super Sex?
I've never been there.
Neither have I.
Everything that's coming to mind, like, isn't just in Canada.
Well, then you failed. The point of the question was Canada, dumbass.
How about the vastness of Canada?
Sure. Perfect. Justin?
As Nate was talking about, like, just reflecting on how big Canada is, one of my favorite things is we, like the vast majority of the world, are on the metric system, except we're really not because of the U.S. influence. And one of my favorite things is how we can flip between both systems almost seamlessly and really situation dependent. Maybe the best example is the measurement of length. Like, Mike lives a couple miles away from me. The city of Edmonton is 300 kilometers away from me, and Vancouver is a 12-hour drive. Somehow, when things are far enough away, it's just a measurement of time, not distance.
I feel like Mike told you about this little lightning session.
I 100% did not. Justin's
that
just
felt
smarter
really
than me.
prepared.
I'm just proud to be Canadian, Nate. That's all.
What's a favorite TV show or movie that's very Canadian?
Degrassi.
Degrassi?
OG Degrassi. Yeah.
OG Degrassi's a great answer.
I feel like I don't know that it would stand up today.
100% stands up.
Yeah?
100% stands up.
Then OG Degrassi. I maybe put Mr. Dressup in there too. Mr. Dressup was my favorite kid show, like, growing up.
Are you sure that's just not what you call yourself when you invite people over?
I'm sure, Michael. Show some love and respect for Ernie Combs.
All right. Why did you tell me to look at your Finnegan?
Why did you look?
Well, when in Rome. Justin, same question. Less gross.
That's a good question. I mean, I was actually thinking about Street Sense, which is a weird show. It was like an after school or Saturday mornings or something like that?
I think it was an after school thing, yeah.
This like weird concept of like a show for teenagers, really, about like financial responsibility, but I thought it was done in a really smart way. I really liked Street Sense. I was a big fan.
And Jono hosted it, right?
Yeah, he was on it. Yeah.
I don't think he hosted. I think he was just like one
I thought he had
of
a
the
segment.
people on it.
Maybe.
Yeah,
okay.
that could be it.
Yeah.
Just talking about old shows, Canadian shows, did you see that they are remaking The Littlest Hobo?
I did. That's actually what gave me the idea for this.
Okay.
Not the pod.
You're in
not
the know.
Not for the episode, but this question. Littlest Hobo might have one of the best theme songs of all time.
It's pretty great.
Yeah. Distinctly Canadian.
Sing it, Mike.
Nope. Last question.
Almost gotcha.
Favorite place to visit in Canada?
Montreal.
Justin?
The West Coast, Vancouver Island.
Nice. Great work, guys. Nate, you can maybe explain how you arrived to your picks, or do you just want to go right into your first pick?
Well, I just chose ones that you guys didn't. So
All right.
that's how I arrived at my picks. contrary to how you guys treat this show now that that you guys are fully running it, that I no longer have any say in the format whatsoever, I still view this as top 5, like my top 5, not just 5, but my top 5. The
But top 5 on brand or just top 5?
Well, it has to be on brand. Like it has to be within the genre.
Okay.
But not just any 5. Like I do listen to the podcast. I heard you guys shit talking me. to
listen
some
to that.
length.
Well, this is awkward. I just assumed you didn't listen anymore.
Oh no.
This
I'm
whole
still
podcast
listening.
the podcast is just mainly us shit talking you and then picking some
It's
songs.
the only reason I accepted your invitation to come on tonight.
Okay, well,
The
we'll have
rest of the
to.
podcast is me venting and airing my grievances.
Would you say that's belly aching?
It's a good full circle moment there, Mike. Yeah, I mean, I did pick 5 of arguably my favorite. I have a hard time saying favorite, but these are very close to, if not the true top 5 that you guys didn't pick, because
All right.
we could have had a lot of crossover, right?
We could have. There is a ton of Canadian bands.
Yeah. Anyways, mine are going to be mostly predictable, but my first pick is not the most predictable of picks.
All right.
And then the
Nathan?
rest is just downhill from here. All right? All right. The first one is a band from Toronto. They formed in Toronto. So when they say that they formed, I feel like they're no longer in Toronto. Or maybe band members have gone other places. Toronto's also one of those places that has like 1 million cities that surrounds it, and nobody actually says they're from Toronto.
They just start saying they're from Toronto? Or is it like a Nickelback thing where they're like, we're from Hannah. No, we're from Calgary. No, we're from Vancouver.
I think it goes the other way.
Yeah. Okay. So you were like, I'm from Guelph, but really now we're from Toronto.
Something like that.
Okay.
So formed in Toronto in 2015. They've got 4 albums under their belt. First 2 were self-released. The last 2 are on Stomp, including the single, their latest single that came out March 20th. It's an A-side, B-side single. And I chose the side B, Lou's Got the Flu. The band is Wine Lips. That's Wine Lips. This band, to me, just sounds like Adrenaline. They're a mix of like Randy and the Hives and 70s rock and roll on speed with like an extra helping of good times. They are super confident, really tight, lots of fun. I saw them live not long ago, and the live show was exactly what I hoped it would be. You know, the record definitely translates their vibe, but it's even more fun when you're there. The room was loud, it was sweaty, it was spinning. I really like this band. This is one of those bands that, you know, Stomp has obviously diversified past ska in the last number of years, and this is a band that I'm super glad that they picked up. They've got a new single out in March, so I can only assume that there's an album brewing, let's say. So hoping to hear a lot more from Wine Lips. Lou's Got the Flu is the song I chose.
What if it's an EP and then a full-length? Will you still be excited?
It grinds my gears, Mike. It really grinds my gears.
I know. It grinds my
Yeah.
gears too, but I just like to make you bellyache a little bit more. But great pick, Nate. I really do like this band, and I know that you're a big fan of them, so good pick.
Thanks, Mike.
Justin, how did you attack this topic?
I think I did it the right way. I just went with 5 bands from Canada. No, what I sort of took in my approach is songs. Does this hold true entirely? No, not quite. That falls apart quickly. I tried to pick songs that mentioned something Canadian or had like a very unique Canadian identity to them. So that's kind of where my picks will fall into either one of those 2 camps. It wasn't necessarily about picking the top selling or most well-known Canadian bands, but bands that I would very happily or be very happy to tell someone like, oh yeah, that band's awesome. Hey, they're from Canada. Like that kind of idea.
I like that. I like that you were trying to incorporate and not just pick your 5 favorite albums from Canada. Like
Bands, not albums. As you may have noticed, my first pick was not an album at all. It was a single that may become an album someday.
Who invited this guy? Anyway, Justin?
So my first pick was definitely influenced by riding the Puza High. And Nate, you talked about this band at the top, but I'll say a couple more things because the album, Dancing for Decadence, is one that I missed entirely.
Really?
I don't know where I was in 2006 or the subsequent 20 years afterwards, but I don't think I've ever heard this album.
Oh, wow.
And listened to it truly for the first time when I saw them play it live, and I was fucking floored.
Yeah.
The live show was amazing. Like, I could not have gotten enough. If they played for another hour, I would have been so happy. I have listened to this album almost every day for the 3+ weeks that we've been back. Like, nice. I cannot stop playing it. Dancing for Decadence by the Sainte Catherines is phenomenal. I cannot believe how good this album is. And I'm like, I don't know how I missed it. I totally missed it. But I'm into it now. I'm loving it. I'm so glad I got to see them play it live. And this is one of those ones where I'd be like, fuck yeah, these guys are Canadian and they're awesome. The song I went with off Dancing for Decadence is The Shapes of Drunks to Come, because it's an awesome name for a song. And because of the lyrics, like Montreal is still singing our songs. I thought it was great. Great not to being from Canada and from Montreal. I thought it was interesting in the press release or presser from Fat Records. They talked about the production on this, running all 3 guitars simultaneously, which they do live, which I think just adds to the rich, full sound they have. On their presser, they're described as Motley Crue taking a bath with tragedy while Hot Water Music argues with Leatherface about the state of punk rock. And I'm like,
that's very specific.
That is quite the write up. But I think it holds true. This album has got.
You know what? That's how I describe myself. Whenever I'm talking to people, I'm like, "You want to know something about me?"
I describe my life as taking a bath with tragedy.
Awesome, great pick. And if it makes you feel better, Justin, I was very late to the Sainte Catherines party. I don't think I heard the Sainte Catherines until we started doing this podcast, way back when, and Nate played a song or told me about them or something like that. Nate was not late to the party. He was way on top of it. I was leading
the party. I was planning the party.
Wow.
I did like how they spoke in French there, and like for the whole set, like from beginning
I thought that was
to
great.
end. It was just like, I was pretty sure like the Anglos were being called out and made fun of the entire time. But
I'm sure we were.
But I really like that. I like that he started the show that way. He went through the show that way and finished it that way too.
That's one thing I will say, being in Montreal. I mean, I didn't find it an issue in Montreal at all, like the language barrier at all. But it did kind of make me embarrassed as a Canadian that I suck at French, like that I know no French. I feel like we should know a little bit more French.
How long did we do French? Like I did French in high school, or in school from grade 4 to grade 12. That's 8 years of French.
Yeah.
And I remember what I would have learned the first 3 days of French when I was 10 years old. Like bibliothèque and stylo, and that's about it. I can tell you library and pen.
Great picks, guys, so far. My angle is a little bit different. I wanted to highlight some bands that maybe don't get talked about as much in Canada. So they're great bands, but maybe not heavy hitters, and maybe something that someone has never heard in Canada, or if you have, it's more fringe. Not that they should be. So the 5 bands I picked were a little bit lesser known, so they wouldn't be in Nate's wheelhouse of top 5 favorite bands like Neil Young or something like that. I don't know.
I'm not a real big Neil guy.
You're not a big Neil guy?
I like Neil, but I'm not a huge Neil guy. And I feel like we're pretty proud to claim him. Like he's a good claim for Canada. He's a big name.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But not a huge Neil guy.
That's okay. I'm not a big Joni Mitchell person, and Joni Mitchell's a big claim here too.
Yeah,
so.
She sure is.
I'm not even a big Leonard Cohen
No,
person either.
Not a big
And that's
Leonard Cohen guy either.
very, very proud to say Leonard Cohen's from Canada, but not a huge Leonard Cohen guy either. Although Hallelujah is a great song. Okay, so my first pick is a band from Halifax, Nova Scotia. The band is Outtacontroller. They've been around for a while, and if I had to guess, I'd say at least 15 years. Nate, do you know? Is it more than that?
I don't know.
I remember coming across them when I heard a song called Pizza Wolf. Justin, go ahead, make your comment.
No comments needed.
Anyway, Outtacontroller play an excellent blend of pop punk and garage rock. That's just the right amount of fuzz and punk mixed together. I think for the crazy amount of music they've released, there's rarely a time when a song comes on of theirs that I'm not stoked about it. For a maritime band, they do not have that maritime sound at all. I don't know if we've discussed this yet, but there's a very maritime music sound, especially from the 90s. There's that whole like Sloan, Thrush Hermit, Super Friends vibe that was also of a time that I don't think is around in other countries or anything like that. There's a very like maritime alternative music sound, and these guys being from Halifax do not sound like that at all. So usually when a band says they're from Halifax, you're like, oh, it's going to sound like that alternative sort of thing, and they don't. I'm not shitting on that kind of sound. It's just a very unique thing, and it's very Canadian. I decided to go with a single that they have that came out last year, which is called Cheap Pop. I'm hoping there's a full length or maybe an EP or maybe an EP and a full length. It's a song that captures everything great about the band. Fast, poppy, fuzzy pop punk that makes you want to get up and dance or at the very least bop your head. And I also thought it was a very Canadian thing to say pop and not soda.
Also, Outtacontroller, their first released music was in 2018. Which doesn't mean that's when they got together. They could be a 10-year-old band. Took some time to get that first release out, you know. Could be, but not 15. I think 15's overstating it. Yeah.
All right.
Now, just so you know.
No, it's good to know. I don't like to spread false information.
No, this is not a false information.
I could have been spreading false information about the soda thing too, but I'm going to stick with it.
It sounds right, but then Gob has that song called Soda, and is that like taking a punch or like at the Americans?
No, we also use soda.
Yeah, might as well go for soda.
Said we didn't. Oh, Kim Mitchell.
Yeah, it's Canadian.
Very Canadian.
I think it's falling apart, Mike. I was with you till we started.
No, but I think it was like the Justin thing. We steal stuff and use both like interchangeable.
Okay. I'm back
Lots
with
of things,
you.
right?
I'm back
for sure. Yeah,
even with spelling of words.
Like we would have craft soda, not craft pop.
We're not always using the King's English version here, all right?
The King's English.
All right. It still feels weird to say King's English instead of Queen's English.
All the King's stuff, like
Court.
King's, Court of King's Bench. I couldn't even get it out, and I knew what it was. It's weird.
Yep. It is weird. Anyway, let's tell everybody what our songs were and get to the music.
All right, Michael. Wine Lips, Lou's Got the Flu, and
the Sainte Catherines, The Shape of Drunks to Come off the album Dancing for Decadence.
Outtacontroller, Cheap Pop.
Some people bad, and some people good. Too bad the bad can't be like the good. Everything changes and new it should. Good ain't forever, and bad ain't for good. So Lou's got the flu and he's lit up. Lou's got the flu and he's lit up. He'll have to get well pretty soon, though. But it feels better now, never before. Like a boy playing drums, rusty garbage cans. I really know how to smell without laughing out loud. I just need to learn how to act in one place at a time. Tomorrow you'll be done. My tree
Nate, next song.
Yes, Michael, I have one ready for you. My next song is not just Canadian, it's also Albertan and also Calgarian. This is Calgary's own Chixdiggit. Chixdiggit has been played many times on this podcast, probably mostly by me.
No, we've all done it.
We've all done it.
And we've all done it for good reason. I mean, what else could we say about Chixdiggit? But they are a band that I'm always proud to claim as not just Canadian, but also as Calgarian. They're one of those bands, I think, in this city for sure, that there's just like transcends their genre of music. Like anybody from Calgary knows that band, whether they've listened to a song or an album. Maybe not, but like everybody knows that band. They've been around for at least 1 million years. A Calgary staple for sure. The album that I chose as more of a nod to the episode is Born on the 1st of July, which is, for those who don't know, a nod to Canada because Canada Day is on the 1st of July. So a bunch of you might be going, aha, a little aha moment for you. This is an album that I don't go to as often as the others. I think probably the first one, the self-titled, and Pink Razors are probably the two that I go to the most. But when I was getting ready for this episode and I came across this one and I thought, yeah, I'm going to listen to this album front to back. And it only took about 12 minutes. And I thought, this album has a lot of really good songs on it. Some of my favorite ones. And so in choosing a song from this, I also went with let's double down and go with a Calgary song. And so I chose Sukhumi Beach, which for the people that aren't from Calgary, it is probably the most polluted man-made beach you've ever been to. Calgary has this weird thing of making man-made beaches in a city that is a desert and has no water around it. And so they make these lakes, and a lot of the private lakes have a water feature in them, which is it's like a waterfall. And in one way, it sucks the water through this kind of man-made waterfall, and it allows for the water to, kind of be cleaned. It circulates the water, but not at Sukhumi Beach, which is the public version of the man-made beaches. There is no circulating of that water. The Band-Aid, the condom, the hot dog wrapper, or the
dead horse.
Deer or horse that no one's actually seen, but we've all heard of. They stay there the whole season. There's no pulling
drain
it out. I don't know that. I feel like they do that at the end of the season.
Oh no, it's an end of the season thing.
Yeah, but from fill to end of the season, what you see is what you get. So I picked Sukhumi Beach off of the album Born on the 1st of July by Calgary's own. Let's hear it for Chixdiggit.
So funny thing about this song, I can't remember which band it was, but one of the bands on our label that was coming through here, they asked me to take them to Sukhumi Beach because they knew the Chixdiggit song, and they were like, "Can we see Sukhumi Beach?" I'm like, "I don't think you know what Sukhumi Beach is. I don't think it's this great place that this song has made it out to be."
Did you take them?
No.
You should have took them.
It's like taking someone to a swamp.
They do that in Florida all the time.
Here's our swimming hole.
That's not a good case.
Watch out for the condoms.
That's so funny that somebody wanted to go there.
Oh yeah. Specifically because of the song, and I just couldn't stop laughing. And I'm like, "No, man, it's not anything. That's the joke of the song."
They charge people to go there now.
Really?
Yeah, like it's not just like show up now. Now it's like show up and give us $10.
It's $10?
Yeah.
Where is that $10 going? Not to cleaning it.
Definitely not. And not to keeping dead horses out of it either.
No. Justin, what's your next song?
I'm gonna keep riding the Pusa High, and I'm going with another band from Montreal, and it is the one and only Planet Smashers.
Nice.
This is one of my favorite Planet Smashers songs. I think it's one of their most well-known songs. It's off the third full-length release from them, The Life
Super
of the Party.
Orgy Porno Party?
It is not Super Orgy Porno Party.
Okay.
I'm going with...
No, Nate's just asking if you're going to come to the Super Orgy Porno Party later. It's at Sukhumi Beach.
Mike, we're not in Montreal anymore.
Are you going to dress
Sukhumi
up?
Beach.
I went with Surfing in Tofino because I think it's a great nod to, as we found out mere minutes ago, one of my favorite places in Canada on the West Coast. So I think surfing in Tofino, or the concept of surfing it, because for a long time it was heralded as the only place in Canada that you could surf.
I think it still is.
I think you could surf on the East Coast too, but
think-
it's a lot more dangerous.
Yeah.
I don't think you surf on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
really?
I think you can. Yeah.
Okay. I always heard Tofino's the only place in Canada that actually has waves to surf. And then you can like river surf. But
Yeah.
In
that seems
Calgary.
weird. That seems like a weird thing.
It seems hard. And like also, if you're surfing in the ocean, you're probably going to land on sand. If you surf the river, you're going to
landing on
land on rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so-
can't think of a worse thing to do.
So actually, we were surfing in Tofino once, and literally the guy beside us broke his shoulder the first wave he hit when we went.
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. He fell and broke his shoulder, hit the sand.
Imagine if those were rocks.
Also, surfing is way fucking hard.
It's super hard.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be able to do it so easy, and I fucking sucked.
Yeah. You want, like, those guys are cut for a reason.
I took indoor surfing. No, I can't call them surfing lessons, but it was like a surf class for a month leading up to that trip, so I could figure out how to do it. And
Really?
It did not help at all. No. Yeah.
You didn't tell us
absolutely did.
that.
Oh, totally did. I knew what we were doing. I planned the trip.
Amazing.
It didn't help.
That was a lot of fun, though.
Yeah,
I
it was
will
good.
say that.
I'm going out to Vancouver Island, Tofino, next month, and I've booked surf lessons again.
Oh,
so,
nice.
yeah.
Nice.
It should be minus 30 in the water.
Yeah, I
by
think so,
next
yeah.
month.
Yeah, it's warmed up, so
Also,
it's good.
didn't the wetsuit make you sick?
It did. I was I am assuming still allergic to wetsuits.
So how are you going to combat that this time?
I through AI looked up how to do it, and you can get like a full body like rash guard basically. So like a one
So
piece.
your own personal condom.
Yeah, basically Sukhumi Lake special. Just gonna wrap myself up.
Is it made of sheepskin?
Nate,
It's made of the skin of the dead horse they pulled from the
that's a
lake.
touchy subject around here, all right? Some of us are allergic to latex.
Some of us. I mean, there's a lot of people in this room.
There's
right
3
now.
people in here. One of us is allergic to latex.
It's not the guy wrapping himself in a full latex suit before.
They don't call him Club Super Sex for nothing.
So yeah,
All right.
that's the plan for going surfing in Tofino. Back to the song. This is such a fun song. It's awesome to see them play it live. I think it was maybe maybe aside from Super Orgy Porno Party, the crowd favorite of the show.
Yeah, it's when the beach balls came out and started getting thrown around for sure.
Yeah. It's just a super fun song, very true to Planet Smashers form. Just a classic song of theirs. It's a great
Is there a
song.
band that you've that I've seen Planet Smashers so many times? I don't think there's a band that I've seen have more fun playing a show.
That's a
Like
yeah.
they could get like, I think because they play so many like things throughout their whole catalog, you would think that sometimes they'd be bored. But every time I've seen them, they look like they're having the time of their lives, and they're just thankful that they're playing shows, whether it's a giant festival like this, or I've seen them in small rooms, and they always just throw a great time, and they just look like they're having the best time being a band.
Well, I was thinking about that while we were watching them. Like, I think I saw the first time we would have seen the Planet Smashers would have been like 1997, maybe,
At the Republic?
which is like 29 years ago. And for some, like, Matt doesn't look any older.
No,
Nope.
looks the exact.
He looks the exact same, which is remarkable. And they, Mike, to your point, they have the same like energy, and they just look like they're there to have a great time and make sure that everyone else that sees them has a great time too.
So the band I picked is ironically a band from Calgary, even though I did not know they were from Calgary. I kind of thought they were from Edmonton. I'm not sure why, but apparently they're from Calgary and Lethbridge, which is kind of a throwback because I feel like a lot of the bands when we first started getting into music locally from the 90s, there were members from Lethbridge or Medicine Hat that had moved to Calgary or split their time here. I don't know if you guys recall that. Maybe I'm making this up, but I feel like there was a bunch of them that were from like a Lethbridge Medicine Hat scene that came to Calgary. I think the Porter Hall guys and like.
Have you said who the band is yet or no?
I have not.
Okay.
I'm getting there.
I thought you were asking a question. I'm like, I can't answer this question. You gave me a lot of information just moments ago, and now you're giving me no information. Mike.
My question was about, if you recall back in the 90s, if there were a lot of bands from Lethbridge and Medicine Hat that sort of split their time between Calgary and those places, or just moved to Calgary but originally from Lethbridge, Medicine Hat.
Well, I think moving to Calgary is just like, that's what everyone does. No one's from
That's
Calgary.
Right. I'm from Calgary.
So am I. One of us is not.
One of us is not. Go back to Winnipeg.
I mean, I'm from here.
And when we separate, you're going to get kicked out. You're going to have a special sticker on your driver's license.
My passport license healthcare card says Calgary.
But where were you born, Nate?
Regina.
I'm going to see your birth certificate.
You were born in the Queen City?
I was.
Oh, I thought you were a Winnipeg guy.
Well, my parents moved us there very quickly afterwards. I think they left Winnipeg or the Winnipeg area to start a new life and then realized this is not where we want to start that life.
They found somewhere worse than Winnipeg?
We went back to Winnipeg.
Regina is worse than Winnipeg.
Anyway, the band is Astrology Girl. The song is Once Bitten, Twice Chewed off their self-titled Astrology Girl. They're a band that plays a blend of emo and pop punk, very reminiscent of the Taking Back Sunday era, mixed with a little bit of the newer sort of twinkly guitar riffs of bands like Origami Angel or Leisure Hour and that sort of stuff. This self-titled album came out in 2024. I didn't find out about it until last year, not even knowing they were Canadian or from here. But I saw someone suggest it in a blog, and I picked it up and really love this album. It's so good to see younger bands in our scenes doing this sort of thing. It's even a little bit cooler that they're from here. Anyway, this album is really good. Check it out. And I think they just put out a brand new single last week. That's really good too. But I went with the song Once Bitten, Twice Chewed.
Is that the album? Is it the same name as the album?
Astrology Girl is the album.
What's the band?
Is also Astrology Girl. It's a self-titled thing.
Oh, okay. I think I've caught up now.
Yeah. They're from Alberta. Calgary and Lethbridge.
I'm gonna have to check it out. I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Me neither.
They're really good. That's why we do this podcast. Every once in a while, you gotta find a band you'd never heard before.
There it is.
All right, Nate.
Oh yeah, this part.
One job.
Chixdiggit, born on the 1st of July, with the hit single Sukhumi Beach.
The Planet Smashers, Surfing in Tofino off the album Life of the Party.
Astrology Girl, Once Bitten, Twice Chewed off Astrology Girl.
Remember the time when you and I were still in love? We'd head to the beach to be with people that felt the same. Remember the songs we used to
you stand here next to me, I can tell you're lying through your teeth. Let your inhibitions go, be free. Be honest when you're sinking in your teeth.
Earth doesn't want you because you're mean and evil.
I know I should give you up. I know I can take steps backwards. The lie of everything I know I'm meant to be. Inside the ground, we'll come back again and then fall back down. We're falling out. I like you most when you're not around. Get the feeling you're still in mine. I guess that I forgot to mention I'm feeling trapped inside your space and we'll build up and fall down again.
The absence of your glow has left my vessel immortal. I see your face in passing cars and wonder where you are like Carmen Sandiego. I look for you in every word I write and the pages I read. It doesn't seem to matter how hard I try. You're a phantom without a trace, a ghost in the snow, but still I feel your teeth sinking into me.
He wants me because I'm nice and sweet and pure. So fuck off.
Welcome back. This is usually what Justin says. I don't know why I said it.
Because you're the king, remember?
Oh, yes, the king.
No, you're both kings. I'm not.
Yes.
Assistant to the king.
Assistant regional director to the king.
Well, welcome back. This is our CanCon episode. And Nate, why don't you tell us what your third pick is?
Sure. Let's take this episode road trip from Calgary and let's go north just 3 hours to a town. It's the city of Champignon or champions or mushrooms, whichever
Or
you
stabbing.
want to call it. Edmonton, Alberta is what we're talking about. And I don't know if this band, I feel like maybe they've been mentioned once or twice on this podcast, but definitely not as many times as they should be. For a band of this caliber, that band, I'm going to take away the suspense right now. The band is SNFU. And this is a band that's like really all their own. Like I really can't think of anyone else that sounds like this band. And I think a big part of that is Chai's presence and his voice and the way he kind of had that talk singy sort of voice. I mean, it was very unique to him. They're just like a straight ahead, fast, energetic punk rock. He was such an unreal frontman, and also gross as hell. Like I think I only saw SNFU one time, and they were opening for Bad Religion, and this was like in 97. And I remember walking into the venue, and SNFU was already on stage. And I was just like, what is this? Like, he was just so theatrical and such a magnetic frontman. And I'd never seen anything like it. And then for an entire song, and I can't recall the song, but for an entire song, he exchanged spit with the audience. Just back and forth, they were spitting on each other. And I can only imagine how many versions of hepatitis were traveling through the air in that moment. But yeah, I mean, you know, the lyrics that this band has are equal parts political, humorous, experiential, and steeped in pop culture. This band was just like always kind of, you know, there. For me, but in the last few years of rediscovering them, I've really, you know, found how good this band is. And for me, they kind of got better after each album. This band is one of those bands, I think, that has legendary status. We're proud to claim them, even though they're from Edmonton. And I mean, you know, Edmonton really did it right for him, for Chai when he passed away. That mural that's on the side of the Buck is really cool. It's a beautiful mural, a beautiful tribute to him. And I chose a song from the album In the Meantime and In Between Time, which, for those who know, is a shout out to a Calgary legend, Ed. Well, now I can't think of his last name.
Whalen?
Not Ed Whalen. Ed McMahon was in my mind for some reason. I'm like, it's not Ed McMahon. It's Ed Whalen. He would always say that at the end of a Stampede Wrestling episode. In the meantime and in between time, kid. And that's what they named their album. The song I chose is Cockatoo Quill, which is the opener of that album.
That's awesome.
It's a great song.
It is a great song.
And a great band.
Great band.
And a great band.
Nate, have you ever seen the documentary on Chai?
I don't know that I have, actually. No.
It's worth checking out. It's awesome.
Is it a YouTube like watch, or is it you need to find it?
I feel like you could probably find it on YouTube now. I originally had it downloaded as a torrent back in the day.
Okay.
Because I don't think it ever got released, or if it did, it was like one of those things that so independent that you couldn't really find it anywhere.
Yeah.
But it's really good. I learned a lot about it. I don't like. I always liked SNFU. I'm surprised you only saw them once. I've seen them at least a handful of times, and I don't go and see things.
That was the only time I can recall.
Snow Jam? Did you see him?
Yeah,
at
we
Snow Jam?
would have seen him at Snow Jam.
Yeah,
like
okay,
I was
there
at that
too.
Bad Religion show with you.
Yeah.
I
which
think
was-
I saw them at like a community hall once too. Like,
Oh, I
maybe,
mean, I'm sure they were more around than I remember. But that was kind of it for me in a lot of ways. They were just kind of there.
Yeah, that's fair. They're awesome, and like I guess if you're gonna talk about like the hierarchy of Canadian punk bands, they got to be at the top there, right?
Yeah.
Like from back in the day, like it would be them, and like DOA, I guess, would be like and like No Means No would be the bands that were like carrying the torch for Canada at the time. Mm-hmm. Very cool, very interesting character.
Very, yeah.
The last time we played SNFU, we said they were from Edmonton, and somebody told us that they're
from Vancouver.
They're from Vancouver.
Well, they started in Edmonton.
I think
though,
I
and
call
then
them an Edmonton
when they
band.
Broke up. Chai went to Vancouver,
Yeah.
and then when they ended up getting back together, I would assume maybe the Edmonton guys moved to Vancouver, but originated from Edmonton. I think in the 80s.
I
when
would
they
say they're
started.
Edmonton.
Yeah. Edmonton's not just putting up murals for people from Vancouver. I'll tell you that much.
They're the city of champions. They do what they want.
Champagnon.
Or they stab you. Justin, what's your pick?
I also went with a dip back into the early mid-90s for my next Canadian pick. This is an album that came out in 1993 from another band from Montreal. That's 3 out of my 3 bands so far have come from the city of Montreal. Some Moncon. It's a new term.
Did you just come up with that?
I did, just right now. Fucking patent.
Trademark it.
That's right. You heard it here first. MonCon. The band is the Doughboys, the album is Crush, and the song is Shine. This is one of those songs that I remember hearing most likely on Much Music as like one of those videos you see and you're like, holy shit, this band is awesome. I have loved this song since I first saw it in 1993. It's such a great track. I liked the aesthetic of the Doughboys. I guess white guys with dreadlocks was a good look in the 90s. But it was one of those things when I was like 12 years old and like wanted to be in a band that was like, man, these guys look so cool. Like, this is why I want to be in a band. They were signed to A&M Records. Like, this album came out at A&M, which I had no idea at the time what that would have meant, but that's a pretty big signing for a band from Montreal. This is probably just on the like grunge explosion, and anyone with with long hair and a flannel shirt around their waist could get a record deal. But these guys put out a couple of really good albums. This song in particular was great. They were sort of I don't know. I would say they're as punk as they are alternative. They certainly have like some punk cred in terms of like touring with a number of like big bands. They got a great shout out in Dull by Sam I Am about touring with the Doughboys and them allegedly breaking up on the front lawn of the lead singer, but I guess that didn't actually happen, or so my research led me to indicate. They did tour together, but they didn't actually break up while touring with Sam I Am.
That's a bummer to find out.
Yeah, that would have made the song even better, but well, it's already a great song. Dull is an all-timer. As is Shine.
Justin, I'm so glad you picked this band because they remind me of you, and I feel like what I touched on before with the CanCon thing, they're so uniquely Canadian, and I think one of the reasons they were on the radio is because you had to play those kind of bands on the radio to like meet the CanCon, but I think they're more steeped in punk than we were led to believe, because I feel like they did tour with like SNFU, and they played that like with all those bands and stuff like that too.
I feel like they were kind of the same vein as like the Smalls.
Yeah, maybe them too.
Yeah, the Smalls I think were definitely more alternative, like more grungy than the Doughboys were, who were a little bit like faster and more poppy.
Yeah, like Doughboys are like Peg Boy and those kind of bands too.
Just because they have boy at the end of their name?
Yes, or smoke, or like the Smoking Popes kind of a little bit. The Muffs, those kind of bands.
Yeah, I think they put out one more album after this, and then the lead singer went on to play in All Systems Go. I think it was their next band. So anyone who's not from Canada or didn't grow up in Canada in the mid-90s, I hope you enjoy the song as much as I have enjoyed it for 30-something years.
Perfect pick. Okay, well, my song's going to sound very weird compared to your guys' two songs now. The band I picked is Coup D'État. They're a band from Victoria. They're a 4-piece screamo band formed in 2024. They play a blend of screamo hardcore that sounds sort of like the stuff in the 90s and early 2000s. It's very chaotic, emotional, raw stuff. I have brought them up a couple times on this podcast, but I'm not sure if we've ever actually played them. Do you remember, Justin, if we played them before?
You could ask me too, Mike.
I don't know if we have.
We played them before?
We did 100 episodes together, Mike.
After 2024?
100.
2024. You were gone.
I feel like that's when they started.
2024 is the new era, yeah.
No, but they started in 2024?
Yeah.
They don't have anything before that? Because I feel like you have played them before.
I might have.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or maybe that was the other episode you listened to.
The one where we didn't make fun of them?
Of the new era.
It's like Survivor.
Yeah.
Anyway, they have a few releases, a split and a full length and a self-titled EP that came out last year, which is what the song I chose comes off of. So another self-titled EP, Nate. I ended up choosing the closing track, The Cost of Playing It Cool, because I think it sort of grabs all the elements of the band that makes them so rad. If you've been missing that late 90s emo, screamo sound that paved the way for bands like Alexis on Fire, I think you will love this. Also, I just saw today that they are on tour with Astrology Girl, which kind of is funny.
Oh.
So
I feel like
I'm guessing.
a last song on an album is not a frequent pull for like favorite song.
Yeah, it's true.
Did we do last songs? I know we did first track ones, but did we ever do last songs?
We've done last songs too.
Oh yeah.
We're running out of ideas. We're just doing things.
I mean,
repeating
so many top 5 lists you can come up with where the top, like it's the
High,
top
high
5.
5, not top 5.
Top 5, yeah.
High 5.
Just
Top
there's
5.
have to be high up there.
It's top 5, high 5, yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
It's not
say your song.
highest 5 podcast.
High 5 podcast, top 5 highest. That's the full name. High 5
okay.
is just the abbreviated, yeah. If you listen to the first 10 episodes that aren't available for streaming, that's how we talked about the show. That was what we called the show then.
And then the other 114. All right, Nate, your pick.
Oh yeah. Forgot what we were doing here. SNFU off of the album In the Meantime and In Between Time song Cockatoo Quill. And
The Doughboys off the album Crush. The song is Shine.
Coup D'État, The Cost of Playing It Cool off Coup D'État.
Drinking again, I'm not thinking ahead. I got that shrinking feeling that only grows larger, day by day, longer by longer. And I'm
We are back with our fourth picks for our special CanCon episode. Canadian content, some of our favorite Canadian bands, artists, and songs. Nate, why don't you tell us what you've got up next?
Sure. I'm ready to do that.
That doesn't lead me to believe you were ready.
It's tight in here. It's tight. My next two picks are going to be predictable. So I'll just throw that out. They're what you think they are. Any guesses? Good. Okay, so the first one is going to be from Winnipeg. Bet that's surprising. And the band is Propagandhi. Because how could you possibly have a Canadian, best of Canadian list, like top five bands in Canada? How could you have that list without listing Propagandhi? The song that I chose, now this is confusing because when I was looking for the song, I'm like, oh, but it's not on that album. I don't remember ever talking about this with anybody, and it feels like something we should have talked about many times. Like, I almost think, did Spotify get it wrong? Because it just doesn't make any sense. The song that I chose, and we'll get into the why, is Potemkin City Limits. Not off the album Potemkin City Limits, though. No. It's off the album that came 4 years later, Supporting Cast. Is that surprising to anybody?
Not overly.
No?
Is it really?
Yeah.
It is.
Isn't that the most bizarre thing you've ever heard of?
Well, it's not like Propagandhi to do weird things.
I found it very surprising. And I was surprised that none of us had talked about it. You would assume that a song would be the title track from an album that shared the same name, but it's not. It's on a completely different album.
It's the opposite of a self-titled.
Yeah, it's the anti-self-titled song. And I think this is the first I've ever seen a band do this. I can't think of another band that has ever done this. And I wonder why. Was it a late cut? Is it a B-side? But then to put it on the next release 4 years later, I think I'd like to hear that story. So this song has a Canadian touch. It's a story of a pig called Francis who escaped the slaughterhouse in Red Deer, a place we were talking about just moments ago. A place that's come up in conversation many times tonight. Why? I don't know. But it has. So this is a pig that escaped the slaughterhouse in Red Deer, which is just a short 1.5 hour drive up the road. The lyrics tell the whole story of the escape to the recapture, which was 5 months later. And they have created, or they have sculpted, a statue of Francis. Have either of you seen the statue of Francis that lives in Red Deer?
I have not.
I have not.
I've seen a picture, but I have not made my way to Red Deer.
Is it a statue or is it a plaque?
I think it's an actual gold. I think it's an actual
gold
statue
pig
with a plaque.
Or a bronzed pig.
I think so.
Yeah, I love that they did that. I think that's amazing. If there was ever a song to turn me off of meat, this would probably be it. It's an excellent song, and it's very empathetic storytelling, and it's a great song. But I think that's really the key to this song too, because there was a long time through their youth that Propagandhi was known to be maybe like a little bit more of a I don't know, preachy band. Can you say that word, preachy? And a lot more
this province,
a lot more talking than playing. But this is calling attention to something value driven that's done through storytelling rather than kind of jamming it down your throat, which I really appreciate, and I think is growth. And I think it's it's just it's getting a little bit more mature, let's say. So yeah. On any given day, if I was forced to answer the question, who's your favorite band, I might have to say Propagandhi. I also hate that question, and I avoid it at all costs, but I may say that. I mean, what else can we say about Propagandhi that we haven't already? They have found their way into many an episode, being a podcast about top 5 songs or top 5 like most favorite, best 5 ever, albums, songs, things of that nature. Like the best ones.
But you would not like to say best band of all time.
That's right. That's right.
But anything
But you
else?
said favorite band, so you put them at number 4.
Well, they can be sometimes, yeah. Well, so the numbers 1 through 5 in the episodes are not structured numbers.
I see.
Those
Yeah, that
numbers
makes sense.
have nothing to do with anything. Yeah. I'm glad you see the sense in it.
Yeah, those numbers don't make.
I was worried you weren't going to see the sense in it. I'm
Yeah.
glad
It's all
you do.
arbitrary, hey?
Yeah, exactly. It's
No, it's
exactly
precision. Just once you get to the final 5, then it's arbitrary. That's why they give out 5 gold medals in the Olympics to the top 5 finishers.
I mean, this is not an Olympic podcast, in fairness. This is not a podcast about the Olympics. But this is a
It could
band.
be.
This is a band that really can do no wrong. Even if their last album wasn't my favorite or wasn't for me, and this has happened a couple times, but my love and favor for this band goes unfazed. So the song, Potemkin City Limits, off of supporting cast, the band Propagandhi from Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Okay, I haven't heard them before, so looking forward to checking them out.
Propo what?
It must be a typo.
Good serve, Nate.
I
Good serve.
I went with a guy. It's not really a band. It's a guy.
A
From
one-man band?
a one-man band, a one-man show. From New Brunswick, who now calls Alberta home. I have not met him, but I've heard nothing but great things about Seth Anderson. I went with the song Prairie Skies off his 1 Week Records release that he put out in 2016 or 2017. I went with the song because I think it's just such a great nod to living out west, living in the prairies, just like this introspective look at of what it means to maybe not be from Toronto or not be from the east where you typically get a lot of attention. And there's something about like we talked about, like the space, the vastness of Western Canada in particular, how you are 3 to 6 hours from like the next city. That gives you a lot of time to explore, to drive, to listen to records, to think about things. And I think a lot of that shows in the song and in a lot of his songwriting, where you just kind of get these great stories of what it means to be out here in Western Canada.
Nice. I think Seth brings that different perspective too, being like an East Coast guy who's moved out to the mountains, moved out west, and has a different take on those spaces, the prairies, the mountains, that maybe somebody who was born and raised here would have.
Oh yeah, as someone who's born and raised here, you take that stuff for granted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
I can't remember the last time I went to Banff, and it's not because I don't like Banff or like the mountains and stuff. I'm just like, they're always been there for me, so it's just like you take it for granted, and maybe you don't appreciate how vast and how nice this all is here, and how lucky we are to see all this stuff that other people don't.
Totally.
So.
It sounds cheesy, but there is something about like the prairie skies, and like we have like incredible sunsets and sunrises, and whether you're driving through the prairies or in Calgary, like it's actually like taking out like a few minutes every once in a while to like look up and notice how beautiful it is to see like our skies and how like clean the air is. It's really nice, and that's actually one of the things I thought about with this song.
And if you're not from Calgary or Alberta, just follow somebody from Calgary or Alberta on Instagram, and you can see all those sunsets every fucking time.
Nate, you told me you liked my Instagram.
I hate it, Mike.
Oh, okay. Less skies, more butts.
That's going on our license plates.
Maybe you should have done the branding, Mike.
I guess.
The skies are full of chemtrails now, so.
Oh, God. So my next pick is also an artist from Calgary. Ghost Factory is the moniker of Calgary artist Rob, who you may know from other bands like Chixdiggit, the Adavans, JSM, probably something else. I don't know. It seems like Rob's in a lot of bands.
Yeah. He's that guy for sure.
Or maybe you know him from his summer gig playing punk rock sing-alongs at Ship and Anchor, or from his comic book series that he does. But Ghost Factory is the band I wanted to talk about. Ghost Factory is folk punk. It's catchy and fun, but with great lyrics. And not only was Socialist Trash one of my favorite albums from last year, but it has a song on here that I thought we should touch on a little bit in this episode. I really didn't want to pick two songs from Calgary, but I really wanted to talk about the song Canada O, because it deals with some of the stuff we as Canadians maybe don't touch on too much because it's shitty. Basically, the idea that we stole this land from people here before us, then shoved a lot of them into residential schools, forced them to erase parts of their culture, unless it was convenient for us to celebrate. It highlights the hypocrisy of this beautiful land we always talk about, but our willingness to put oil industry and capitalism ahead of the environment, how we're known to be peacekeepers, but it still means that we have a military complex. In general, as much as we love this country and all the good in it, there are deep flaws, and it's hard to celebrate the good without at least acknowledging the bad. And trust me, like, I love Canada more than anybody else. Well, not more than anybody else, but I do love Canada. And like anyone, you don't really want to look at the dark side, but I think it's important that we do also mention the dark side of a country like Canada. And I thought if we're going to do an episode about Canada, we should at least bring some of this up. There's always stuff we should work on, and we shouldn't maybe forget all the bad things. You can still love our country and still work to fix some of the shitty things and atone for some of the bad things that have gone on in the past in this country. And I think this song just touches a little bit on bringing that part of our country up.
Nice.
And that's my rant.
Yeah, well said. I love this song. I love this album too.
Justin's just looking at a blank stare. Did you just learn about residential schools now, Justin?
No, I think you're totally right. I think that's actually one of the things that also has a bit of a Canadian identity around it is more and more the willingness to understand our history, good and bad, and there's certainly some bad to it. And I think Canada in general is doing a better job of acknowledging that in various different ways, or at least trying to understand it a little bit more. And we can all be very proud to be from here, but it doesn't mean that everything along the way has been something to be proud of.
Yeah, for sure. I think the key is to acknowledge that this stuff has happened, and you can't just sweep it under a rug like we did for so many years.
Yeah,
and work towards fixing that. You can't go back and fix the past, but you can at least acknowledge it and maybe work towards fixing some of these problems. And it's something that I think is being brought up a lot more now, thankfully. Like, it's not something we even really learned about in school. I remember learning about residential schools, but I think we learned about them in a positive light. I think.
Yeah,
we did go to Catholic school.
Yeah. Well, we did. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, we went to schools and they taught it as like a good thing, and then you start thinking about it, you're like, well, that's a really fucking shitty thing that you did to people.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it's again, like I said, you can love the country, but it's also important to see the flaws in it too. Nate, your song?
It's going to be Propagandhi, Potemkin City Limits, off the album Supporting Cast. And?
Seth Anderson off 1 Week Records. The song is Prairie Skies.
Ghost Factory, the song Canada O off Socialist Trash.
Francis didn't give a fuck about the rollbacks. Overproduction reduced demand. Never gave much thought to the spirit contracts. In a short life, he'd only ever known panic, fear, pain, darkness, pandemonium. In this hell that was his home, man. Fourth quarter running expectations. closing eyes upon him. Francis made it farther than she did. A quarter mile just short of the city limits. They finally captured him. And there's a statue that the abattoir erected to remind us all of their contributions. To me it marks Potemkin city limits. It's Francis casting bronze. Turn around, I'm gone. Not just some fractured fairy tale. Although I wish that that were true. A fable far too real, but somehow still cling to.
Well, I'm headed out to that bluebird snow. Miles come, my memory roams. Another town I'll never know. Another dollar to send back home. The winter here's been getting old. The kind of breeze that cuts right through your bones. Oil dreams to ease my sleep from whiskey nights and howling screams. Now solitude, so it seems. Prairie skies are pipeline towns. Changing course been coming round. Once where we roamed, we too shall drown. I just hope that I still breathe with the same intensity. This word I once believed.
Built on a stolen field, a Métis nation, sieving out culture like rainwater, gifting booze instead of rations, rounding up humans like diseased cattle drive, throw them in classrooms and beat them with God till they're barely alive. So piss on a flag in the gutter, or stomp it down into the sand. About face salute with one finger, stand on guard for this beautiful land. Drink up the black ocean, fuck what's left behind. Leave it for children to clean up as you cruise in your four-wheel drive. Feel safe in our terror state, Pretty Small's got your back, doling out pensions for jailbirds and nursing a gender wage gap. Let's keep this world nuclear, but claim we peace keep. Ship out some kids with guns overseas so we can all safely sleep. So piss on a flag in the gutter, or stomp it down into the sand. About face salute with one finger, stand on guard for this beautiful land. Oh, true patriot love comes with the knowledge that we all live inside this deeply flawed land. Oh, thy son's command. Let's whine and moan until all of our crippled guards finally stand. Oh, from far and wide, we may never heal, but for fuck's sake at least we should try. So piss on a flag in the gutter, or stomp it down into the sand. About face salute with one finger, stand on guard for this beautiful land. So piss on a flag in the gutter, or stomp it down into the sand. About face salute with one finger, stand on guard, stand on guard for this beautiful land.
Do you think the next time we go on a dude trip that we should 100% tell people that ask that we are all half brothers from the same mom?
I think that'd be hilarious. Welcome back. Thanks to everyone for listening to this podcast and to our other episodes. Thank you to the WhatsApp group for supporting us and all the great chats and for creating this community with us. Thank you to anyone who submits a list. If you want to send a list for an episode, we love checking them out. We will post them. We would especially love to see what non-Canadians come up with for this list. So please send those in. If you're new here, please like or subscribe to the podcast on whatever service you use, or maybe leave a nice comment on the streaming service or on Instagram. You can get in touch with us via our Instagram account at High Fives Podcast. You can subscribe on Substack, which keeps you up to date with episodes and has links to most of the listener lists and to the albums we've been listening to. The address for that is highfivespunkrockpodcast.substack. That's a tongue twister. If you like our podcast and you think you know someone that might also be into it, please share with them, because that matters more than any algorithm or forced listen on a streamer. If you're looking for a new podcast to check out, Joel from our WhatsApp group has made a comeback in the podcasting world and restarted the My Age podcast. His first 2 episodes feature Milo and Bill from The Descendants. Go check it out. Both were great interviews, and one of them gave a shout out to some CanCon. Small side quest here. If you're an Albertan and of voting age, please consider voting against separation and all the anti-immigrant stuff on the upcoming ballots. And maybe we can oust these fuckers from power and get back on track here. And with that, Nate, your last pick.
My last pick, Mike, is going to be another band from Winnipeg. I just kind of parked that van that we were taking on this episodic journey,
Maybe you broke down.
In Winnipeg. Maybe. And I found another band from the great city of Winnipeg.
Is it?
The friendly Manitoba. The band, you guessed it, is the Weakerthans. And the song that I chose is Civil Twilight. And the album that it comes from is Reunion Tour. This was their last studio record before packing it in. John K. Samson is an absolute Canadian treasure. The ultimate storyteller. He takes relatable stories and articulates them way better than anyone else can. The way he describes things and conveys emotion and feelings, his lyrics come across as more of a collection of short stories. They're all things that could happen to me or to you or to most people, but he finds a way to just, describe and talk about them in a way that's uniquely his own. I'm sure that not all of his songs are experiential or autobiographical, but he often writes himself as the central character. Beyond being a great song, Civil Twilight also puts you into a cold Canadian winter. It name checks a couple of provinces and at least one Canadian celebrity, and is a great, great song. The Weakerthans, I know a lot of people really like those first two records. For me, it's the last two records. And every once in a while, I go back to those first two thinking maybe they'll hit a little bit different. And there's some great songs on them, but it's the last two records for me. So that's my pick, Weakerthans' Civil Twilight.
You're wrong, Nate. The second Weakerthans album is the best album.
I knew there was a right and wrong for this.
I'm with Mike on that one.
You don't even
Thanks,
know
Justin.
what it is.
Solidarity.
You're just saying I'm with Mike.
It's the one after Fallow. Isn't it?
Yes.
Which one is it?
It's the 1-2 before Reunion Tour.
Anyway, great pick. I think you said everything that we need to say about the Weakerthans and John K. Samson. I agree. John K. Samson is poetic in a way that is very Canadian, and I think he touches on stuff that's so much Canadiana that you feel it. You have, it feels like he's been to those places that you've been, like we said, even like Justin brought up with Seth, like you feel like you've traveled those roads that John K.'s traveled. You've been on those streets in Winnipeg that are crumbling and everything in between.
I also I can't believe the Weakerthans didn't get bigger than they did. I think that they're known in Canada, but I don't think they were like a mainstream band by any means.
No, but I think they're like
what was
Canadian
the gap,
big.
do you think?
Like, what do you mean the gap?
Like for them to kind of break through in a bigger scale.
I think it was timing, probably.
Yeah.
Like, had they maybe came out at the same time as Arcade Fire, they probably would have been at that level. Right. Also, I don't think they wanted to be like.
I was going to say, there's probably an aspect of choice there, too.
Yeah, I don't think John. My understanding and what I know about John K. Samson is that's not something that he desired ever.
Sure.
And it's part of the reason they don't exist anymore is that he didn't like that.
Yeah.
So that could be some of it too. I mean, I think they're well respected in musical circles around the world, regardless. And I think they probably have they're like that second tier of Canadian bands popularity. Like people that like music probably like them, but your average Justin Bieber fan probably doesn't know who the Weakerthans are.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
I think it just always felt surprising to me that they didn't kind of break through that next level.
Yeah, I think it's the same problem probably that and I know Justin, because I know what Justin's next pick is. I think it's the same problem that Tragically Hip had. They never crossed that echelon of
And maybe there is something there too about the content of their lyrical content and themes where they're so strongly themed Canadian that people in Southern California or Texas probably don't have a lot of understanding of just how bitter and isolating a Winnipeg winter is.
Or do they want a song about curling or the Elks Lodge or anything like that? Yeah, maybe people in Minnesota might know that, but average LA person doesn't care maybe, or even know what that means. Or Reggie Leach, like writing a song about Reggie Leach. That's like a pretty random hockey player to pick.
Well, Mike ruined the surprise of my next pick, but I did go with a nod to the Tragically Hip from the Flatliners and the song Head by a Century. I can't say that I'm a huge Tragically Hip fan, which, I mean, I don't think it makes it anti-Canadian by any means, but the Tragically Hip, I would argue with anyone, is probably the most Canadian band that we have. They were huge in Canada. I would think that, I mean, there's going to be some sort of like age gapping out here, but let's say anyone 30 years or older will know who the Tragically Hip are. They got lots of radio play, lots of video play in Canada. They made it as far in the United States. Like they played SNL, I think once, but that was who's hosting it? Dan Aykroyd hosted and insisted that they appear on it, but they had zero success outside of Canada, which I think is one of the things that makes them uniquely ours, where you can be a household name in this country and only this country. And they write some pretty phenomenal songs. Like I said, I'm not like a diehard Tragically Hip fan. I like them more and more with each passing year. I think just have like a greater appreciation for some of the lyrical themes and songwriting. But this song, I think, is one that I've always liked of theirs, and I think it actually became probably one of their most well-known songs. I'm pretty sure it is. And the Flatliners cover of it, I think, is great. I think it does a good job of, when I hear a good cover song, it's one that has to be true to the original, but sounding like the band that's playing it, and I think that's exactly what the Flatliners have achieved here. It sounds like a Flatliners song. It is unmistakably a Tragically Hip song, and just like a really great cover that they put together on the double LP. Shout out Billy Joel, division of Spoils, which is just a whole bunch of EPs put into two full-length albums.
It's too many EPs.
Trips. You got to do trips.
Trips.
Trips are the best. I hate the Tragically Hip. Does that make me not Canadian? They're like one of my most hated bands. But again, like you guys, I have to respect what the Tragically Hip are as a Canadian band. And I think knowing the lyrics I like, but I can't stand Gord Downey's voice, and I can't stand the sound of the Tragically Hip. But I do, like I said, I do understand that they are probably the most Canadian of Canadian bands. And I also think it's great that you picked a Canadian band covering a Canadian song. I originally tried to do that with all my picks, but I could only come up with Chixdiggit's cover of a Loverboy song, The Kid Is Hot Tonight.
Oh yeah, that's a good cover too.
It is a great cover. But
the Mensingers actually... I was going to say the Mensingers do a good cover of Civil Twilight too.
Do they? Yeah?
Yeah, but I wanted Canadian bands covering
Canadian bands covering Canadian bands. That's fair.
There is a series of punk bands that cover Canadian punk bands. Like somebody covered Knucklehead on one of the comps, which I thought was funny. Anyway, great pick, Justin. Is there anything else you want to say about the Tragically Hip or the Flatliners?
No, just wanted to out you as being anti-Canadian, which makes you pro-separatist.
Wow.
That's what your license says.
And my tattoo. It's a tramp stamp. So when I bend over. No? Okay. I'll get to my last pick. The last pick of this whole episode. Piggybacking off the last topic, I thought it was important to pick an artist that was Indigenous. There's many great options, and a lot of those artists don't get talked about enough. In our neck of the woods, there's a great band called No More Moments, who also put on a great music festival on Siksika Nation every summer. In case anyone wants to learn more about them, you should check them out and their festival. I also thought about the great hardcore metal band from Toronto, Indian Giver, but I decided that I perhaps had played too much angry music on this episode, and I wanted to end the episode with something a little softer and more peaceful, and I landed on Fontine, who put out a fantastic full-length album last year. Fontine is an Indigenous queer singer-songwriter from Manitoba, I believe Winnipeg. So I probably got stuck with you in Winnipeg, Nate.
Shout out Winnipeg.
Though I did once see that they were from Brandon. So I'm just going to go Manitoba, the great middle of this country, a province that has always put out great music and art. In some part, I think this has to go with it being not an easy place to live, like we touched on a little bit there. Winnipeg and Manitoba, they have some pretty rough winters, and there's not a lot of stuff around there, and it can feel vast. And I think maybe that's why we get so many great bands from there. I don't know if you guys have anything to think to that idea or not.
100%. Like when for 6 months of the year, you're not going to leave your house. I think you can certainly hone your craft.
And in the summer, when it's a giant swamp.
Great art comes from suffering.
God, have they suffered.
Anyways, Fontine put out an album called Good Buddy. It's an excellent folky indie rock album. If you're a fan of artists like Phoebe Bridgers, the kind of folk art that walks that fine line of rock, but also alternative and folk music. It deals with navigating through relationships beginning and ending, identity exploration, self-doubt, activism, frustration, people-pleasing, and friendship, and it's all rooted in a sense of place. And I think it's that idea, the sense of place, that really drew me to this album for this topic. And I ended up going up with the song Home Right Here. Any of the album's songs would work well, but Home Right Here just felt as a great pick to end this episode off with.
Justin, I was surprised that Protest the Hero didn't make your list. And Mike, I was surprised that Homefront didn't make your list.
I thought about Homefront. I really wanted it, but I figure Homefront's very popular right now, so I didn't want to... like I said, I was trying to maybe highlight bands that don't get a lot of talk in this country.
I was going to pick Protest the Hero because I think the song Mist is a great nod to life in, like on the East Coast and being from Newfoundland. The band's not from Newfoundland, but the song's about Newfoundland.
Didn't you pick that song once already?
But I've played it at least once on this podcast. So.
And that's the only song you'd play by them?
I only did this topic so Justin couldn't pick the Menzingers or Kobe and Bria. Before we get to our last picks, Nate, I want to say thank you very much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. It's so great to have you on the podcast all the time, even if we're making fun of each other. It's a pleasure to have you here with us.
Thanks for the invite. It is a pleasure to get to do this with you guys.
Justin, thank you always for doing this with me too. I really appreciate you joining me on this podcast journey.
Yeah, it was great. I didn't know Nate was going to be here, so that was...
It was awkward, hey?
You faked your way through it pretty good.
Let's not say pleasant surprise, but surprise.
What'd you think the key party was for? Sex, Justin? You thought it was about sex? It's about Nate coming here.
Can't it be both?
Well, later. Nate, what was your last song?
Weakerthans' Civil Twilight off the album Reunion Tour. And...
The Flatliners covering the Tragically Hip, Ahead by a Century off the Division of Spoils, B-Sides and Rarities collection.
Fontine, Home Right Here off Good Buddy. Stay cool and be excellent to each other.
My confusion corner commuters are cursing the cold away as December tries to dissemble the length of their working day, and they bite their mitts off to show me transfers, deposit change, and I can't stop finding your face in their faces all rearranged. Traffic, dust comes on it, I wonder
everything seemed so brief, but it wasn't. Now I know I had plenty of time between the sunset and certified darkness. Dusk comes on and I follow the exhaust from memory out to the end of civil twilight. At civil twilight. At civil twilight. At civil twilight.
First thing we climb a tree, and maybe then we'll talk, or sit silently and listen to our thoughts. Illusions of someday, cast in a golden light. No dress rehearsal, this is our life. And I spent the whole night stuck me. And I had a feverish dream with revenge and doubt. Tonight we smoked them out. You are ahead by century. You are ahead by century. You are ahead by century. Stare in the morning shroud, and then the day began. I tilted your cloud, you tilted my hand. Rain fell in real time, rain fell through the night. No dress rehearsal, this is our life. And I spent the whole night stuck me. And I had a serious dream with revenge and doubt. Tonight we smoked them out. You are ahead by century. You are ahead by century. You are ahead by century. You are ahead by a century. You are ahead by a century. You are ahead by a century. Disappointed is getting me down. Yeah.
Running down to the well, through the forests and the fields, with my cousins at my heels. In the garden with my mom, pulling weeds all day long, picking sweetgrass from the lawn. I wonder when I will be back again. I feel at home right here. I wonder when I will be back again. I feel at home right here. Rainbow prisms down the hall, sparkles from a disco ball, soulmates written on the wall. Walking down Main with you, sipping coffee with a view, watch the people passing through. I wonder when I will be back again. I feel at home right here. I wonder when I will be back again. I feel at home right here. At home right here. At home right here. along in Jimmy's place behind the house. Someone's passed out on the couch. Lights of yellow, red, and blue, sitting talking in the booth. I love coming home to you, to you. I wonder when I will be back again. I feel at home right here. I wonder when I will be back again. I feel at home right here. At home right here. At home right here. I wonder when I will be back again. I feel at home right here. At home right here. At home right here. I wonder if I will be back again. Wonder if I will be back again.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me down the road. That's where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, we'll travel like that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on.
Good serve.